What's the strangest rule you've ever had to follow at work? 601-995-1017. Call or text us if you have a story. And is it as crazy as the fast food chain that has a new rule for employees before they can go to the bathroom? They have to hand their cell phone over to their boss as like a bathroom pass, so to speak, I suppose, because a lot of employees were just going and hanging out in the bathroom playing on their phones for a little bit. I mean, whenever I was a retail employee, that was my thing. I'd do that. I'd just sit there and play on my phone.
There was someone who used to work here who I would go into the ladies' room and she would be like, don't mind me. I'm taking a little break. I'm taking a little break.
So is that, would you be able to work at a spot like that?
Ooh.
If you had to give up your phone to go to the bathroom?
That would be, no, like I don't want a manager having my phone. I feel like that's not your business.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would make me uncomfortable. That's worse than a partner asking to go through my phone, I think.
Well, they're not going, the manager isn't going through it.
They could. Like it feels like they could.
Don't you have a password on your phone?
Well, yeah, but still, what if they're looking over my shoulder and they've watched me type it in? A guy did that to me once.
Then I think you have bigger problems. If your boss is looking over your phone shoulder and gets your phone password, I think that giving up the phone is the least of your issues to go to the bathroom. Somebody on the internet commented, I couldn't work for somewhere like this. I'm not going to be treated like I'm in middle school at my place of work. But the other side of that is, having worked in retail relatively recently, there were some employees that were older than me that acted like they were in middle school. They deserve to be treated as a middle schooler.
Oh, no.
So I don't know. I'm like so torn on this, whether or not this is a good or a bad rule.
Yeah, I don't love it, but I do understand it. Like, I understand you're just trying your best to get some sort of control over the workplace.
Somebody said on the internet, I would tell them to shove it. Phones are literally people's credit cards with Apple and Google Pay. And somebody said, is someone taking photos of themselves in the bathroom? Are people abusing their bathroom breaks? So I don't know. Is there any other strange rule that you've ever had to follow?
Okay, so this is not a bad rule, just a strange rule. In fact, it was a very fun rule. I had a very brief stint at Hollister whenever I was like in high school. And there was a rule that the back sale area, they didn't want that to be too pristine because they wanted people to do more of their shopping in the front with the full price items. So if it got too neat, we would have to go back there and mess it up. It was really fun.
That is a fun rule.
Like you would just be getting to throw t-shirts everywhere. It was a good time.
I remember I was working at a radio station, and if you don't know, if you've never worked in radio before or watched any of our videos on the Adam and Allison Instagram page, dress code, not that big of a deal. Like, just be presentable is pretty much the rule I have always followed.
Some people don't follow that rule.
I worked at a place that instituted a rule that you had to wear a uniform, basically. Yeah. Like they wanted a station logo on the shirt every single time you came to work 5 days a week.
And it wasn't just like you might have one of our Y101 shirts that are super comfy. It was not like that. It was like monogram polos, like very stuffy, uncomfortable clothing.
Yeah, and I was, it's like I'm doing a morning show on a beach. Like, why can't I wear shorts and flip-flops to work? Like, it's crazy. What other weird rules do you have to follow at work?
So whenever I had my call center job, we weren't allowed to say that we were sorry.
Oh, I think that is the weirdest thing whenever companies put like weird rules like that into place.
Right. Like if hold times got really long because like a new cell phone had just dropped and everyone's getting it. And so lines are long. We weren't allowed to say like, sorry you had to wait so long. We had to say thank you for waiting.
Oh,
yeah. Like if we got caught saying sorry, you would immediately get taken off that call.
Amy, our bestie, talking about an insurance company as of 10 years ago, and it may still be an active rule. It required women to wear pantyhose or trouser socks between Labor Day and Memorial Day. My boss used to check.
Ew.
They would send you home to change if you didn't have them on.
That's so gross. We got another text from Amber, pretty similar. It says, used to have to wear a full face of makeup at a place to look, quote unquote, presentable. Needless to say, that place closed. down.
Oh my gosh, that's wild. Thank you for the text, Amber. And I'm so glad you called. Anika, it's not your rule that you had to follow, but your sister's. What happened?
She worked at a restaurant, and of course they had to wear non-slip shoes because they're in the kitchen back and forth. And it was mandatory. It was so mandatory, and the boss gave them a specific shoe to wear. I was like, it's non-slip shoe. No matter what spills on it, soap, water, or nothing, you won't slip on it. However, my sister's working every day. She did slip, but it wasn't on water. It was tomato.
And the non-slip shoes are not good against tomatoes. Grease, soap, grime, whatever. Not against tomatoes.
And the shoes that he was talking about was like the cheapest pair on Amazon that you can find. And it seems like a whole bunch of robots was just basically saying that, okay, but he was saying like these shoes were just mandatory. Like you had to get these shoes because they were just cheapest. I guess he wanted to help people out. But my sister darn near broke her neck with those shoes.
Oh, no.
I'm glad she was okay. Thank you for the call.
Thank you.
Have a good one. 601-995-1017. I was remembering a rule from my retail days. Every once in a while, there'd be a shipment of stuff that would come in to sell and it'd be damaged or whatever. One day there was a bag of charcoal that was ripped open. And you know how I love grilling. So I was like, I had to buy charcoal anyhow. And I said to my boss, I was like, hey, could I take this? I mean, we're just going to throw it away. We're literally going to throw it into the dumpster.
Right. It's going to go to waste.
And he's like, yeah, but take it out the back door and don't tell anybody. It's technically against the rules. Like, look out for people. It's like, but we're going to throw it away.
Yeah, isn't it more egregious for somebody to see you throwing it in the trash and wasting it versus, putting it to good use?
That's what I thought. I'm just trying to be environmentally friendly here.
Yeah, you're so environmentally friendly. You love a paper straw.
Yeah. Don't get me started on how great those are. They work so good. Just call me Adam Green from now on.